Hello everyone. Today we're diving into a critical aspect of procurement vendor management. Our focus will be on strengthening vendor management to mitigate risks and prevent fraud. Effective vendor management isn't just about maintaining good relationships, it's about ensuring accuracy, transparency, and compliance throughout the procurement process. In this presentation, we'll explore key strategies to identify and mitigate potential risks associated with vendor management. Let's start by looking at vendors with similar names. It might seem like a small detail, but it's a significant risk. Vendors with nearly identical names can create confusion and open the door to fraudulent transactions. For example, an invoice could be mistakenly paid to the wrong vendor due to a minor discrepancy in the name. To counter this, it's crucial to utilize advanced analytics to identify and verify these vendors, ensuring that every transaction is accurate and legitimate. Vendors with the same address. Next, consider vendors that share the same address. While it's possible for legitimate businesses to operate from the same location, this scenario can also be a red flag for fictitious entities. Multiple vendors registered at a single address might indicate fraud. By flagging and investigating these cases, we can maintain the integrity of our vendor records and prevent fraudulent activities from slipping through the cracks. Vendors with the same phone numbers. Another important factor is shared contact details, particularly phone numbers. If multiple vendors are using the same phone number, it may suggest improper vendor management or even fraudulent behavior. This could be a case of one entity posing as multiple vendors to manipulate the system. Regularly comparing and reviewing phone numbers across your vendor base is an essential step in detecting and preventing such risks. Vendors with the same bank account details. Let's move on to shared bank account details. This is perhaps one of the most significant red flags in vendor management. If different vendors are using the same bank account, it's a strong indicator of potential fraud. Such a scenario could involve multiple fictitious vendors funneling payments into a single account. Immediate analysis and investigation of these matches are necessary to safeguard your financial transactions. Vendors with the same sales tax registration number. Another area of concern is when vendors have the same sales tax registration number. This could indicate errors, non-compliance, or worse, the presence of fictitious entities. Duplicate tax numbers can lead to serious compliance issues and legal ramifications. It's essential to use analytics to verify that each vendor has a unique and valid tax registration number. Frequent changes to a vendor's bank account details can be a telltale sign of fraudulent activity. While there can be legitimate reasons for a change, a pattern of frequent updates should raise suspicion. Monitoring these changes and investigating their legitimacy helps ensure that all transactions are authorized and above board. Another critical risk arises when vendor and employee details match. This could indicate conflicts of interest or even collusion, where employees might set up dummy vendors to channel funds for personal gain. Regular data comparison and thorough investigation of any overlaps are crucial to prevent unethical behavior and protect the organization. Vendors with incomplete information. Lastly, we must be vigilant about vendors with incomplete business and tax information. A vendor lacking essential details might not be legitimate, or they could be non-compliant with regulatory requirements. Ensuring that all vendors provide accurate and complete information is a fundamental step in being non-compliant with regulatory requirements. Ensuring that all vendors provide accurate and complete information is a fundamental step in preventing fraud and avoiding costly errors. In conclusion, strengthening your vendor management process is not just a best practice, it's a necessity. By proactively applying these strategies, you can significantly reduce the risk of fraud, ensure compliance, and ultimately protect your organization. Remember, robust vendor management is key to a secure and efficient procurement process.